Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of the single player Let's Play. Of course, this is Jose, and I wanted to show you guys some of the cool stuff I've done in between episodes. So we got the simple power infrastructure, right? Well, I actually made ourselves the basic capacitor bank, and it is fully charged. And you might notice off in the distance in the background, I may have done some building off camera. Maybe. So I essentially... Oh, let me get some food. I have forgotten that I needed food. I have, let me see, what food do I have that I should start eating? I'm trying to make this chest a little bit more consolidated, so I'll eat bread for now, even though it's not the best food I have. But, and it's going to get night on us, so I'll bring the sleeping bag. But, over here, I've built a new structure, and it is our new electricity farm. So, RF and electricity, it's RF, but I'm just going to call it electricity for the sake of simplicity. You can see I have moved the water mills from over here. They are no longer there. I moved 3 of them, or the 3 of them that I had over there, into here. And then I've also added, as you can see here with my cursor, I've actually added an extra set of 3 water mills. And each one of these has its own capacitor bank. This is how I'm kind of getting it up to the top here. And if I make my way all the way up, and I think if I remove these blocks, there should be no problem. Oh wait, no, if I remove that block, there will be a problem. Oh, here, how about the corner? The corner should be fine. It's a bit of a work in progress building, because I'm obviously still missing 6 more water wheels. And I mentioned that they were laggy, and they are, but it'll be okay. Right now, they're not actually hurting my FPS at all, but that's okay. So, as you can see, I've wired these up before I put down slabs over the roof, so the wire is actually going through these slabs, and is coming through on LV wire relays all the way up, over, and through our original route. All I had to do was move the original post that was there here instead. So that wasn't a big deal at all, and as you can see, we're doing fantastically on power. So if I hop down, I want to show you guys what today's plan is, because we're doing really well on power now. The downside is, for some reason, I'm not sure if it's a bug or if it's an intended mechanic, but there is a huge, and I mean like massive power draw caused by those wireless heating coils from Extra Utilities. They are pretty neat in theory, but in practice they are pretty terrible. They use more RF than even we're producing now. Right now, now that we have a fully optimized setup over here, each one of these water mill trios produces 75 RF per tick. So we're actually currently producing 150 RF per tick, and if I make 2 more trios, then we'll end up filling that area, this workshop, I guess, up, and that'll get us to 300 RF per tick completely passively, which is preferred. I know a lot of people have a problem with passive or freebie generation, but water wheels actually make sense, and that's why I'm okay with them. Stuff where it's just set and forget doesn't actually, like, I don't follow along with that, but the expense and the creation of water wheels is actually completely logical. It's just, I guess if I wanted to add some balance, I could make it require some ridiculous mid-tier crafting item to actually make the water wheel, because in all reality, the way that the water wheels are crafted is a little bit unrealistic, but I don't know. I don't necessarily want to go and make this a realistic pack. I just like to consider it. So we're going to try out the wireless RF transmitters today. And so we have a problem. So you can see I've gotten rid of the wireless RF heating coils, but the wireless RF transmitters, they're super cool. They require a stone burnt and a resonating redstone crystal, which you can either get by random chance from mining redstone, or you can craft them with this recipe here, which is an ender shard. I only have 2 ender pearls, which was by luck, so I'm obviously going to choose to go mining instead. What I do want to do, in case you didn't notice, by the way, my backpack is now fully equipped. You can't get it any bigger than this. And I put armored on here, but I have no idea why. It actually doesn't do anything for us at all. So, what I want to do is I want to make some backpacks from forestry, because these are actually pretty neat, and I want to have a few of them just for for having some stock. So, we're going to need some smooth stone and a chest, some iron, and some wool. So we're going to need more string, which is fine. We actually have plenty of hemp fiber now, which is good because I might be looking into some windmills later. And I think I have plenty of wool. Yep. We're going to need some wood for 2 chests, and then I also need 2 stone and 2 iron ingots for the backpacks. We'll come over here to this middle work table because I don't necessarily need these recipes to be memorized. Let's see, backpack. Actually, you know what? We'll just do this. I didn't grab enough. I seem to have forgotten a few oak planks. Oops. There we are. And so now if we do the mining backpack, why did I only get 2 wool? I needed 4. That's fine. That'll be the mining, and this will be the digging. So the way these work, if you don't know, is it'll automatically pick up any of the items that are dropped that are relevant to the bag's content. So in other words, this is a digging backpack, so it's going to pick up digged items like well, that doesn't really, that's a little bit broad. Basically dug scraps, so stuff like stone, cobblestone, gravel, dirt, flint. Those kinds of blocks are going to automatically be picked up by the digging backpack. I'm going to put the digging backpack here on, this is resupply mode, which means that if I have a stack of that block already in my inventory, or any one of that item in my inventory already, it'll actually automatically refill my hotbar, or that one slot, all the way until it is maxed out to 64. And then once it is maxed out to 64, it'll stop refilling, and it'll keep the excess in the bag itself. I like this mode because I like to keep cobblestone around to fill in, just to avoid having dark patches and waste of torches. Because we obviously are going to end up with an abundance of cobblestone anyways, so why does it really matter? As for the mining backpack, I'm just going to leave normal. But if we take a look here, if I break all these, you notice my inventory didn't get any of that, but it all went into the backpack. So I'm going to take a stack of the cobblestone out, and from now on, 1 stack of cobblestone will stay in my inventory at all times, and beyond 1 stack is going to go into the backpack. I'm hoping for a resonating crystal, but I did not get that, so that's okay. And you're noticing too, I didn't get any of these ores, and they all went into the mining backpack. So I'm going to finish up some mining here. I want to get a few of the what are they called? Resonating redstone crystals or something? Resonating, yeah, that's exactly what they're called. I'm going to get a few of those, and hopefully, that's my hope, and I'll be back when I'm done with some more mining. Alright guys, so I'm just heading back up because I've finally gotten everything that I needed. I picked up about 4 resonating redstone crystals, pretty useful, and I think it might be nighttime, but that's okay. I've got armor, I've got a good sword, so I'm not really worried about mobs anymore. Not as much as I used to be. So, oh, there's an Enderman over there. It may behoove me to piss him off. Yep, that was worth it. What about this guy? Can I get this guy to be upset with me? Yes, I can. What about his friend? I'll take his friend on too. Perfect. I took a decent bit of damage there, but goodness, I got 4 ender pearls from that. Pretty great. If you're wondering why I got 4, VTweaks has a feature where it basically boosts the drops from ender pearl or from enderman, because quite frankly, it's really dumb that there's a chance that you can kill an enderman without getting an ender pearl, with as expensive and often used as ender pearls are. So, yeah. It basically just increases the chance by 1, so you'll always get at least 1, and sometimes extra. The mobs are looking pretty cooked out there, so that's great. But yeah, so I picked up some good resources. Definitely did pretty well on the redstone hunt. And you can see that we're doing just fine here with our clay supply. And if I shift right click, this will... Okay, so it doesn't seem to work with multi-storage. That's fine. Normally this will actually empty whatever your contents of the bag is into the inventory that you've clicked on, but I didn't do it with the mining bag because I knew I wanted to sort the items, and it doesn't look like it works with multi-storage dense storage, which is fine. Another thing that's worth noting is I'm full on cobblestone, so I think I'm going to take the bottom 2 rows here and turn it into compressed, and probably just go ahead and leave a little supply of compressed blocks at the bottom. So we'll have compressed all the way down here, and then... Actually, sorry, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to do something like this, and then have all of these empty again, and then do this. Perfect. So now that leaves me a little bit more room. I'll consolidate these clay stacks a little bit as well, because it looks like I've got a little bit of extra clay sitting around. And it sounds to me like there's a challenger mob outside. Yep, there definitely is. Let's go fight him. I'll be disabling these guys soon on my client config, but I forgot that these were enabled. Oh, you're hyper. Okay, and you're dead. I got us a mana diamond, and what else? Pulsating iron. Hey, that's neat. Take down the spider, because I do need string. And I think that's pretty much everything that I wanted to do out here. So, I was talking about the wireless receiver. Wireless stuff is going to be fun, I feel like. So, I'm going to get this back out, because I probably will end up using it very shortly. Go ahead and put away that, and let me think. I think mana diamond would count as mod item with the botanic stuff. Oh, there's a ranger zombie out there. Oh well, whatever. So I want to make a crusher. So the crusher is going to come after the wireless RF transmitter. And so the wireless RF transmitter, at least they craft in 4s, so that's nice that I won't have to make this recipe a whole lot, hopefully. So we're going to just leave one of those in our inventory and grab a piece of stone burnt, and there we go. Wireless RF transmitter. Pretty neat. Now we need a crusher to go with our wireless RF transmitter, because the crusher is going to go right upstairs. I think that range will work. If it doesn't, then we might be in a little bit of trouble. So, we're going to need 10 steel scaffolding. And that is... Oh, I actually might already have a few of these resources. No, okay. Iron and aluminum is what I've already got. I've already got a few things that I found in loot chests. But it doesn't look like I have quite everything that I need. So steel scaffolding is just going to be a whole whack ton of steel. That's fine. I knew that much. So we'll go ahead and, let's see, steel rod. We need how many? How many did we need? We need 10, right? 10 steel scaffolding? So we need this recipe twice. Which means we need this recipe twice. I hope I don't run out of steel. That would be really annoying. So there's our 10. I'm just going to go ahead and put our excess away. We need 1 redstone engineering block, which is going to require copper, 4 redstone, and 4 iron. Well, we have 4 iron already cooked, and 4 redstone is ready, so now we just need a piece of copper. I need to start doing some mining at higher Y levels because I'm not getting enough copper mining down at diamond level. So that's going to be a potential problem sooner or later. I'm using industrial craft copper and industrial craft ore spawn, so the copper actually generates much, much higher up. So there's our redstone engineering block. Again, we'll have an extra. We are going to need... Oh, wow, it actually has a checklist. Oh, that is neat. I've never actually seen that before. We need 9 hoppers. Gosh, we're going to need a lot more iron to be cooked then. That's going to be 45 more iron right there. Right? 9 times 5 each? Goodness, I did not think about that. Phew. That's rough. That's rough right there. Oh well. I'll use some coal coke here and get that going, because that's intense. So we need steel fence and 10 light engineering block. We need 10 of these, so I need this recipe. Oh man, crusher is rough. I mean, okay, to be fair, it's a balanced recipe, but I need this recipe 5 times, so I need 10 of these, which is... I might not have enough iron. What are these? What do I already have? Iron mechanical component? Is that what these are? Okay, so... rough. 10 light engineering blocks. So I need 15 more iron cooked. Or copper. I'm almost out of copper. Wow. I never thought I was going to run through these materials all the way. If I run out, that's fine. I actually don't mind mining. I actually personally really enjoy it. Just thought that I was hoarding enough ores to do okay for a little while, but it definitely seems as though that's not the case. So if each one of these, if I need this recipe 5 times, it's another 20 iron. And then, because there's no early, yeah, that doesn't count. And then if each one of these, if I need 8 of these, that's another 32. I don't have enough iron. Unless, no, this recipe only crafts 1 at a time. Well, I'm going to go mine some more iron then. I'm going to smelt what I have, but that's not going to be enough. And I don't want to try any other methods of duplicating ores, because that's cheaty. And I'm trying to stay... as legitimate as possible, as true to simplicity as possible. So I'm just going to go ahead. I do want to get a trap chest here. I'm going to pick up where I left off, so I'm just going to put everything that I was working on right here. That way I don't forget. And we will come back to this when I have gotten, hopefully, a lot more resources. Alright, you guys, so I have gone mining, come back with a decent amount of copper finally, and some good amounts of iron. I'd like to avoid smelting it all right now, though. Hopefully we can get the crusher first. So we'll see if I've got enough. So I'm going to need, picking up where we left off, I need 9 hoppers. So it means I'm going to need 9 chests. And here, I'll go ahead and pick up everything that I had and get the manual going. So we need 9 chests. And then from 9 chests, we need 9 hoppers. And there we go. So now we need some steel fence. How much did I need? 9 or 8? 8, okay. So this recipe, I need this recipe 3 times, so actually that works out really well. We'll go ahead and put away this extra steel fence, and so that gets us that. So now all we need is the light engineering blocks. So I already have 2 of the iron mechanical components. I need 8 more. And then each light engineering block is going to require more iron. So I need this recipe 5 times. So I need 20 and 15, so I need 8 and 17. So we will grab some more saplings and then a piece of coal and coal coke. We're getting everything pretty close to done now, though, so that's nice. It has taken quite a lot of resources, as you can tell. But, hey, that's quite an exciting thing, though. Once we can get some ore duplication going, it's worth the expense here. Definitely worth the expense. And it seems as though we might actually end up lucky with some extra steel. I thought we were going to use it all and then need some more. But we seem to be in good shape. So I'm going to wait for this stuff to cook, and I will be back as soon as it is done smelting. Alright, so I think everything is ready. Boom. 10 light engineering blocks. So according to this, we have everything we need. We're just going to need our engineer's hammer. We already have the wireless RF transmitter. I would like to grab a few ores to test with, so we'll go ahead and just do iron. Iron's probably the most crucial at this point. And we'll need a chest for the keeping, so we'll just grab this one. I have to say I really love the night slime tool material, by the way. And so we're going to need to build this up here. Or at least that's what I've decided. So, let's see. There we go. I was trying to remember how to get this to just kind of be still. So when it's done, the output is actually on the other side. So I want to build this in reverse. I want to build it like this so that the output is in the front. So I guess I need to do this. Yeah, that works. So I'm sorry. Forgive me. I'm not super familiar with the structure shapes. Did I break the GUI? There we go. And then, let me see, we've got 1, 2, 3, one in the middle, and then one here. Was that correct? Yep. And then the redstone control goes here. This goes all the way around in a ring. This part I do remember. And then the hoppers go on top facing down. And boom! Yay! So this works. Now, does the RF part work? Yes, it does. Look at that. So we've got our serving 38 titles? Oh! Oh, because this is a multi-block, and it's serving each part of this technically is considered as storing. That's interesting. Okay, well, I can live with that. So let's see what happens if I put this chest down. If I come up here and toss in some ore. How am I doing on power? Not too hot. Not too hot. I don't know why this isn't actually keeping up. I'm not sure if these wireless RF transmitters are just bad at keeping up with output or what. So we may have to look into some other options, because this so far is not looking to be self-sufficient. But I know it's not because we're drawing too much power. We definitely have enough power. If I come down here and check this out, our energy cell here is actually not even draining. So it seems like if it might be a matter of needing another wireless RF battery, maybe? So let's just try one of these, and then I want to go ahead and call the episode there once we've tried making another. I don't know if that's going to even remotely make a difference, but it might. So we needed 2 redstone blocks and some stone burnt. I need how much stone burnt? 6. Alright, so we'll go ahead. Do I have any recipes memorized? Yeah, here we go. I thought I had those. And we'll just go ahead and do that there. And we'll give it a try. Like I said, not really expecting much of anything. So we'll set down to output, up to output, and stored energy total 6400 RF. Maybe this will do better. No, it doesn't look like it. So I'm not really sure. Power drain. Maximum transfer is 80 RF per tick. I feel like I'm missing some pretty crucial information here. So you know what we can do to solve this? I actually just thought of a better solution, and I kind of feel dumb because I didn't think about this. If I put this down, let me see, did I not get that plank? Let me see how this works. I don't actually know. I'm not familiar with the wireless RF stuff in the slightest. Let me get rid of this. What happens if I put this here? Anything? Does this do anything for you? It doesn't look like it. Okay. Because if I do that, of course it's filling up just fine right now. What if I did, because I'm having a hard time figuring out how much power is getting sent, and that's what kind of bothers me here. So let me go ahead. I'm going to do one last thing before I call the episode. I know it's going to be a bit of a long one. I'm going to go ahead and crush up some copper, smelt it down because I don't want to waste anything, and then I'm going to see kind of what we're looking at as far as our RF usage, how much these are transferring. So I will be back in just a minute. Alright, so I've tried some testing. I have no idea. I don't know. These are a little weird. I realize now. This is literally delivering RF to 38 different areas. What it means by the range here is that the range isn't how far it reaches from grid power. It's how far, or rather how far it reaches from the wireless battery. This is referring to how far it reaches once you place it down. So it can actually reach 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks this way, this way, this way, or this way, and charge it for you. The problem is basic capacitor banks don't count because they no longer technically use the RF API, they use the Forge Energy API. So I don't think this is working for that very reason, because if I mean, like, I can set this to input or whatever, but it is not serving any RF to this tile whatsoever. If I set all sides to input, it does not care. So I don't know. I have no clue whatsoever what it is. But we'll just have to deal with it. I mean, like, it's not like it's running too incredibly slow. In fact, it's running pretty fast as far as ore processing goes. So I guess I'm going to call the episode there. In between episodes, I am going to take all of these ores, all of them, and I'm going to crush them. In fact, I will do it right now as long as it works. I don't know if the crusher accepts it. Yes, it does. Cool. So I'll go ahead and get that taken care of, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Take it easy.